Real Madrid is not PSG, I can tell you. There is different environment.
Let's welcome Kylian Mbappé.
The most anticipated transfer in football history, a generational talent, a club built for champions. It should have been a perfect match, but sometimes the dream move becomes a nightmare.
Done nothing really in his 3 league games, Kylian Mbappé, because he's not even close to the standards that those players set at this level. He has to work harder than he's ever worked, he has to run faster, he has to tackle harder, and he has to be a better teammate than he's ever been. And on top of that, he's going to have to produce moments of magic that are getting people off their backsides. He's going to have to do all of that, and I suggest he starts by working a lot harder than he's done.
In July 2024, Kylian Mbappé finally arrived at the Santiago Bernabeu, the £200 million man, the heir to Cristiano Ronaldo's throne, the final piece in Real Madrid's galaxy of stars. But 4 months later, and the questions are mounting, has the world's most exciting transfer made Real Madrid somehow worse? There's a famous saying that too many cooks spoil the broth, and this seems to be the case at Real Madrid with the arrival of Kylian Mbappé, with Vinicius Jr, who just missed out on the Ballon d'Or, the award that we thought we would see Mbappé dominate this decade, and Jude Bellingham now all competing to be Real Madrid talisman. This competition can be healthy, help a team grow. However, for Madrid, it has disrupted the special connection and balance the team had on the field last year, which led to their 15th Champions League title. Last year, they had the perfect balance of creativity with both Brazilians, Vinicius Jr and Rodrigo on the wings, Bellingham down the middle, and with Cruz, who was able to find them. Rodrigo, who was in excellent form, having 25 goal contributions last year, has now been sidelined to make way for Mbappé.
And I said it last year at the end of the season when we knew that Mbappé was going there. How is he going to balance that team? It's very difficult because you can see that I'm not going to try to find any excuses for Bellingham, but how do you play? Where do you go? What do you do? Rodrigo was essential for them last year when they were losing the ball. He's on the bench now. And I know maybe he doesn't have the efficiency of Vinicius Jr that he had last year, but Rodrigo was balancing the team off the ball. Now he's not playing. So it's going to be tough for Ancelotti to find a way to make sure that all those players can coexist. But for me, I don't think that right now is obviously not good enough.
Madrid are now sat in 3rd position in La Liga and are struggling in the Champions League, sitting 20th place, which is 9 points from 6 games. In today's video, we're going to show you how Kylian Mbappé has actually made Real Madrid worse. October 27th, 2024, Mbappe's first ever El Clasico and the start of a new era at the Santiago Bernabeu, where Mbappe's idol Cristiano Ronaldo would never fail to deliver. Everyone had eyes on this game, and it was time for Mbappé to show the world what he could do in a Real Madrid shirt. However, Mbappe's performance was more reminiscent of ex-Madrid player Eden Hazard than Cristiano Ronaldo, being offside 8 times during the game and getting smashed 4-0 by Barcelona at home. This wasn't the only game that Mbappé has looked off the mark throughout the season. He's missed multiple clear chances, his dribbling has been to a very poor standard, not being able to dribble 10 yards without giving the ball away. He's misplacing passes and missing penalties repeatedly, showing that he is only capable of doing it in the Farmers League against teams like Troyes and Nice, and isn't quite the player that the media have hyped him up to be. At the start of the season, he was tipped to be top goal scorer by a country mile, being added to an already built super team. However, 36-year-old Lewandowski is showing him up, as he has already scored 7 more goals than him inside of the first 16 games. And even Ant Budimir has scored more goals than him this season, and who is he? Exactly my point. Check out QV Designs, our poster company. The perfect Christmas gift for a football fan is here. Use code XMAS for 10% off, link in the description. By age 23, Mbappé held executive privileges at PSG, having huge influence over key decisions such as managerial appointments, sporting directors, and player transfers. It's no surprise that given such power at a young age could make it difficult to keep his ego in check, and this is evident in this clip, where he argues with Vinicius Jr after missing several easy chances. Vinny tries to calm the situation down, but when something doesn't go his way, throws his dummy out the pram and ultimately gets what he wants. Transitioning from that level of authority at PSG, where he can command what he wants, to having no power at Real Madrid, is bound to cause some trouble in the dressing room, which simply didn't exist the season prior. This isn't the first time this problem has occurred with Kylian Mbappé. When at PSG, he played alongside Messi and Neymar, arguably the best 2 players in the world at the time. Many people believe that with this much talent in one team, surely PSG will finally get their hands on the Champions League trophy at last. However, during the 2 years the trio spent together, they was knocked out in the round of 16 on both occasions, and there was nothing but problems, with none of the front three ever wanting to track back, leaving huge gaps from the midfield to the attack for the opposition to expose, which goes to show that having the best team on paper doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the best team on the pitch. It's a strange situation. Mbappe seems to perform better under pressure when he's the focal point of the team, rather than when surrounded by other elite players. Take his performances with the French national team for example. While he has quality teammates, it's clear that Mbappe is a star player and thrives in that role. When he is needed for his national team, he turns into a monster, winning them the World Cup at the age of 19 and scoring a hat-trick in the following World Cup final despite just missing out on penalties to Messi's Argentina. The question is, despite his rough start, can Kylian Mbappé succeed at Real Madrid and win his first ever Champions League? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't miss our breakdown on why Real Madrid are obsessed with resilience. Discover more about Mbappe's teammates.